What's up, everybody? Welcome in. I hope you can hear me. We're trying a new setup tonight. Hopefully, the chat says, yes, we can hear you, and not Dave, you're muted. Let's see. Jen hasn't yelled upstairs, you're muted yet, so that's a bonus. Welcome in, everybody. I am the Bear Shark. This is JJ himself. He is in the house, everybody. He's here. We have Jordan's Disney adventure. Welcome in. Sam's like, yep, we can hear you. Cool. So I went with the bucket hat. It looks like the mix between Sergeant Schultz and Henry Blake.
Well, they missed it earlier when you were rocking it out to some Jay-Z.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I did nothing. I am innocent until proven Bear Shark. So anyway, welcome in, everybody. We got a great show for you tonight. We're going to be going over some new stuff. We got new setups. We got new things going on. Does anyone else hear the theme to Gilligan's Island? And that's why I keep her out in the field so often, everybody, because the shenanigans. Anyway,
She's the queen of shenanigans.
I'm going to drop it like it's hot. So, Jordan's volume sounds distance. This is what we used to have with Sam sometimes. Let's see if I can bring up your audio.
Well, that's because Sam always breaks stuff.
Sammy broke it. Yeah. Let's see. Can we increase your microphone? No. Let's see. Let's bring that up. How'd that do? Is that any better, Mikey? Hopefully it's better. So anyway, we got a great show. Well, we got JG sending in the super sticker. It's like a super soaker, but much drier. And let's see if Dave actually has it loaded. He does. So hopefully that is better for everybody. Jordan, say something witty. And he's not the best color man in the business for nothing, folks. So no, we've got a great show for you tonight, guys. We're going to be going over. We hear his audio coming through your microphone.
How is break it? I promise.
Really? Does everybody else not hear Jordan? I'm going to be so sad. Next week we'll be on eCam only.
Well, especially since we're both sitting beside each other on a cruise ship right now.
It's a valid point. We should sound like we're on the water, not under it. So anyway, we are literally, we got a great show for you guys. Barely hear Jordan. That's not good. A little muffled, can't hear him. You have a whole segment, so I better figure this out, huh?
Well, you are the Bear Shark, so you're the expert. And I have my volume turned all the way up.
Jordan, I hate to say this, but we may have to bring you into StreamYard and forego the new set for the night, which would really upset me.
Yeah, that would be disappointing.
I don't know what to do. Let's try this. Let's try playing with some settings, because Dave likes settings. Settings are good. Try this. Did that make any difference, everybody? Tell me if that made a difference. Let's see.
If I talk any louder, Dave would probably want to knock me out.
Not really. Let's see. Jordan, I've just made an adjustment on Jordan's mic. Jen, without hearing Jen. I'm so confused. Theo, now you know how I feel. Didn't do anything. Hold on a second. Jordan, keep talking for a minute.
Please stand by while Dave works a bit of Mickey magic.
Please stand by. Just a bit of Bear Shark magic, and we won't be right back. Well, let's try going to a different microphone. Maybe it doesn't like that microphone.
Break the microphone?
How about now? Watch
Can
this.
you hear me?
Hey, they're about to tell us they can't hear us at all. Watch, they're about to say you're muted. I just cut the mic.
Please stand by while the bear shark works a
Wait.
bit of Mickey magic.
Oh, I think it worked.
Here we go. Well, we are
What?
perfect, Andy. Yes, thank you.
Hey,
Touchdown.
hey, I do this like every day. It's just a matter of problems, solving, shooting, something. I don't know. Anyway, we got a great show for you guys tonight. Now that the audio is fixed, we're going to be going over FPE stuff. We're going to be talking about what Jen did earlier with resort tours and coming up, and what's coming up with the meetups. And Jordan's going to take us away. He's got a whole new set. He's got his own set, everybody. Somebody must like him. Where he's going to go over the Disney treasure updates. That's it, because I don't have anything else loaded because he didn't give me enough time. So yeah, it's kind of the way it goes. How you been, bub?
Party rocking as always. Having fun on the streams. You guys are keeping us busy. And you guys are rocking it out too.
I have done nothing.
That's fake news.
I'm just along for the ride, dude. Jen's been killing it for everybody who is watching, anywhere in the world. You guys know we're doing 9 to 10 streams a week right now. So we're trying to, keep you guys on your toes. We're going to be doing a mixture of shopping over with resort tours, park tours, and anything else we can. We're going to be working these two channels simultaneously every Wednesday. You can expect a resort tour right here on this channel and on Florida Park Explorers, followed by this show that night. So that this way we can kind of go over some of the things, and we could kind of just tell you, what's going on in the parks, what we're seeing, and all the fun stuff. So now what?
All right. Cruise up.
So this show would be over in 15 minutes. It'd be like, where's Dave going? Dave left. He said that was enough. Anyway, so we're. I wanted to give some updates as to Jordan and I have been looking at the next 3 to 5 FPE meetups. We have been all over the place planning these. For those of you who don't know, obviously we brought Jessie on. She's helping with Jen and taking care of getting merch, increasing our capacity, and also helping us get it out the door faster. So tons of really cool stuff with that. Jordan, on the other hand, is kind of, he hasn't really formally come on board yet, but he will, because I'll just break his arms. And basically, Jordan's going to be coming in and helping us with our travel.
Does that mean you're going to fly here to Canada to come and do that, or?
No.
Oh.
I'll just wait. I'm pretty patient. So, and that's kind of what it is. But before we get going, I didn't do something that I normally do because I got thrown off by the microphone thing.
That's just unacceptable.
Welcome in, JT, Amy H, Stevie Lee, Monorail Steve, Theo, the Sam Eagle, Marie D, hello there. What's up happening? Stevie Lee is in the house, everybody. Kate, what's happening? Kathleen, Jill, what's happening? We got Buddy R. Cool. Love that. Michael Walkbert's also here. Andy, hello. Let's see how far back I can scroll. Jackie, JC. And by the way, Samuel B. You guys got to watch out for him. He's got a show on. Matter of fact, his starts in 15 minutes. I'm not supposed to shout out a competing show at the same time, but he's my partner channel. I have no choice. So anyway.
Otherwise, Sam will come down there and break your arms.
I hope so. I'm going to see him in January. So he better pack a lunch because... anyway, just welcome in, everybody. And we had a new member during the Florida Park Explorer stream, which was Laura. So welcome, Laura, to FPET. Is that FPET? I guess it is. So anyway, but welcome in, everybody. We're really happy that you guys are here, supporting the channel and coming in, hanging out, having some fun. It's going to be a lot of good times, a lot of shenanigans on the show because Jen can't stop me.
She's not going to come here to Canada to bust my chops about it either. So
no, but she'll hold up all your stuff. She won't hold up mine.
Son of a gun. There is that.
So starting right off with, we're getting the last of everybody. If you have not, if you are coming for the FPE meetup, we're going to have a group set up this by the end of the week, if not beginning of next. It'll be on Instagram, so it'll say FPE meetup and the date, which will be December 8th. So we'll start putting everybody in that group. You got to treat yourself. Erica said, treat yourself. You got to treat yourself. You got to treat yourself. I just can't help myself. This is just. Now, on the upside, Sam's not here to throw us completely off base so that I can actually breathe while I'm, because breathing somewhat is important, but Sam has a way to make me break on the screen and I just can't function. Thank you, Erica. We appreciate you guys so much. It's not even funny. Yeah, so JC said that he watched a few of your shorts on the construction. He's going to go over that stuff in just a little bit. But we had some questions, and I wanted to make sure that everybody knew. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, look at the halo.
It's Canadian. That's just the way it is.
Is it Canadian halo any different from an American halo?
Yes.
All right. Is it made of like maple syrup?
And it has a maple leaf that goes around as well, too.
That's not a real halo. So I'll be getting that Instagram group up. If you're not on IG, don't worry. We'll figure it out. We want to make sure everybody that's coming is included. Everybody knows what's going on so we can give the itinerary and top down ready to cruise. I'm ready to cruise. We got to get your wife on a boat. So we're really excited about it. We've got almost everybody's stuff done. If you have not heard from us yet, we're almost there. Friday afternoon, Jen is not streaming. I will be back getting in touch with the rest of everybody else who has not been contacted yet. So we're almost there. I'm about to get seasick. The freaking camera, whoever shot this, is going up and down.
I wonder who that was.
Oops. I guess when I go on the Wish, I'll have to set up a stationary cam and just do a time lapse. Ooh, that's actually a good idea.
Hey, you can buy one of those. Remember that tripod that Patrick has?
Yeah.
It's like $25.
I have a Gorilla one where I can grip it around stuff, so I'll just grip it on the deck chair and just sit it up and stare it outside.
That works. Or, you could always use the GoPro.
That's what I'm using.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. Thanks for being here. So, is this from the Disney Magic? It is from the Disney Magic. As we were leaving port, I'm literally going to throw up. I can't even look at my the back screen. So back in the back, everybody, you see that is actually the port of Miami as we were leaving. Jen and Belle are sitting next to me. You'll see some fine people walk behind Jordan's head in a minute, and they're going to keep coming back. There they are. It's like I'm psycho. Psychic.
I got a big head, so I blocked them all.
Well, but the good news is they're still there. We know they're there. But yeah, we were leaving the port of Miami on this shot, so it was really a lot of fun. The boat was beautiful. This back deck area, there was nothing there. There's no chairs. There's no anything. I don't know what they do on this section of the boat, but there's nothing there. If you go down those stairs, there's a restaurant down below, and that's actually where we had lunch when we live streamed that day from Grand Cayman. So it's kind of really exciting. It's a great boat. We're excited to get back on the Wish. We're looking at the Disney Dream for February, so we may be on that for that. That'll be for Jen's birthday. So you never know. Jessica, welcome in. Jonathan, like mine, stream alike. I don't know about that. I'll take your word for it. So we're gonna have everything together for the meetup for December 8th. If you do not know what I'm talking about, there is an FPE meetup December 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. On the 8th, we are going to the not so scary Christmas party. I didn't get that right.
No.
Very Merry Halloween party? No.
Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party?
It's not yet New Year's Eve. One of these days we'll get there. You didn't know? Yeah, right? JT, I'm like, hey, it's driving me nuts now. It didn't look so bad when it was just me, but now when the thing drops, I just like my stomach right there. My stomach drops. We're on a roller coaster. Everybody throw your hands up.
This is when you have some adult beverages and you won't notice anything.
No. So we'll get everybody together for that. Erica's birthday is in February 2. Is it February 2 or February also? Because it could be February 2. 2 TOO TWO. All right, moving on. So we're going to be doing the Christmas party that Friday night. So everybody who comes in on the 8th, we're going to be heading into Magic Kingdom. We're going to have an absolute blast. We will be live streaming most of it, part of it, some of it, something. I don't know. But we will be live streaming a good bit of it, at least definitely in the beginning of the meetup. Depends on how off the chain this goes. And then we will be doing on what day is that? 9. So that'd be Saturday. Saturday, we're going to be doing the first annual FPE mini golf tournament. I was contacted by Holy Moly, and they said, no, I can't use their golden putter, which I thought. I did not get contacted by them. I'm just smart enough not to do it. So I have come up with an ingenious, very funny prize, if you will. It will make you laugh, I promise. So, and then we're going to be doing either a monorail crawl that night where we go to all the different resorts and we go spend some time together. We have some Christmas, we have some treats, we have some fun. And then on Sunday, we're going to be going to Disney Springs or the monorail crawl, both of which are weather permitting, because I'd love to tell you I'm omnipotent, but I'm not. So we'll see how that goes. But that takes care of the December meetup. If you want more information, contact us in any one of the 500 ways that you can reach us. And if you say you don't know how to reach us, you haven't tried.
And you might see Dave on the Skyliner.
Never going to happen. But by the way, it's scrolling right here.
Yes, it is.
So we're going to, and Marie D said, are you going to be streaming it? Yes, this is an FPE meetup. FPE meetup means it's for the community. It's for you guys. So we will be streaming from the Christmas party. We're going to be streaming the mini golf thing as everyone watches Mike Wheeler putt. And he literally says he's going to beat me, and I can't wait to battle him in mini golf. And he may wind up in something wet like a, I don't know, pond if he beats me. So you've been warned, Wheeler. Okay. And then, yes, when we go to the different areas, we're definitely going to be live streaming. The only thing we may or may not do is we may or may not do Disney Springs, because we're going to do the Christmas tree stroll and then some food. So it's going to be a very holiday, very festivus for the rest of us. So it's going to be a great time. I cannot wait. It's really going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, Mike is going to be using the same exact putter that Rodney Dangerfield used from Caddyshack. But moving things along, the next meetup will be the end of April into May. We haven't settled in yet. Jordan and I have looked at, how many boats would you say?
I lost count, I think, after the 6th page.
Yeah, me too.
10th page. Yeah.
So we're going to kind of, the biggest question that we have is, what's too long of a trip? Like, what's the cutoff? Is it 5 nights, 6 nights, or 7? And that's really the question, because we don't want to do the same itinerary we did last year. We don't want to do Nassau and a private island. It will not be a Disney cruise this go round, so that everyone who wants to join can. It will be way more affordable. Group rates start, I think, depending upon which cruise company, I think it's 8. So we'll be able to get that rate way, 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 way down. So, basically what we're going to do is we're going to try and go on either Royal, which is our first choice, Princess, could be Celebrity. There's a lot of really good boats that we've looked at and I'm becoming certified with, so I'm getting to know them very, very well and some of their rates. So we're going to put us on the best boat that we can to have a lot of fun. I know on one of the Royal boats, it had an escape room, it had mini golf, it had ice skating. There's a rock climbing wall. There's bars. There's pools. There's water slides. So we're going to have a really, really good time.
And you'll see Dave do some hip hop dancing.
Oh, I'll dance. Don't make me get the hat out, because you know I will. So Jordan and I have looked at. Literally, I really can't say that how many boats we've looked at. We've looked at every brand. And we've looked at it out of Port Canaveral as well as Miami. So it's not going to be just, hey, come in, bup. We're going to make sure it fits exactly what we're trying to do, gives us a great, great itinerary so that we can all go to some cool places. I would love to see, I'll be popping and locking. Oh, that's great. My brother's calling me. Hey, Mike, I'm live. So
you should pick up the phone and say, please stand by. We're currently doing a live stream.
He'd just hang up on me. But so what we're trying to do is develop something that will be, like when we do an excursion, if there's an excursion that we all do together so that we have a group photo. The last one did not get planned as great as we can. Jen, if you wouldn't mind sending my brother a text message, that would be great. Just tell him I'll call him back in a little while. Please and thank you. So, if we can do any of those things, it's really going to be the old Billy Baru. Come on, Billy. Oh, the Billy Baru. Oh, look, a gnat. So we're trying to put something together so that like we can all go do an excursion together, something that's fun, something that we can all kind of agree on, so that we can have some great memories, photos, things like that, so that we can have a little bit of fun. Why didn't you say we would be doing a call on the show? I don't know what she's talking about. Squirrel! So that's going to be at the end of April, beginning of May, sometime right in that area. We're going to settle. Like Jordan and I have had a couple of things going on, but Friday afternoon again, we're settling in. I will be talking with all of my reps. It's probably between, if you had to guess, you would say it's probably between Royal and Celebrity at this point.
Yeah, well, and we talked about a couple MSC ones as well too.
The MSC, it depends upon if it's really repositioning. If it's repositioning, then, I don't like the other boat.
That's true, you don't.
I really feel like I stepped back in time and went on like Grand Theft Auto Cruise Ship Edition from like 1988.
Well, yeah, and this is the one that they cut in half and they added 75 feet onto it.
Yeah, so you guys will love this. They took a boat, they cut it in half, they added 75 feet to it, 216 cabins. 75. It was 75,000 square feet, wasn't it, that they added?
Something like that, yeah. Or no, it was big.
It was a lot. Yeah. And do I have any idea? It'll be towards the end of April into the beginning of May. So like the last 2 weeks of April into the first, call it 10 days of May. We've looked at all of those. I want to see what rates are available, who's going to give us the best deal for what we're trying to do. I want you guys to be able to come. That was one of the things that we did last time where it was fun doing a Disney cruise. I'm addicted to them. Don't get me wrong. They're a tiny bit expensive. So if we can all go and we can get together and we can get 15 or 20, cabins all put together, we could really cause a lot of trouble. T-Rex suits for everybody. We could just go crazy. If you guys don't know,
on the prowl.
If you don't know about the T-Rex suit, give it about 3 weeks and you'll know all about the T-Rex suit. So, and we're gonna pretty much gonna have that settled in here shortly. But probably Friday we'll be making that announcement at the beginning of next week, or we'll have it up on the community pages. So make sure you have your notifications on, please. So that takes us into Disney Treasure Time, doesn't it? Because the next we'll have an FPE meetup on land in between. So it'll be here in Orlando. Maybe we'll do the Halloween party next year since we did the Christmas party this year. That should give us about the right amount of time. Maybe we'll do it end of September, beginning of October. And then we're going to do the Disney Treasure after the new year. And I'm going to kind of turn over. We're not going to go to Jordan's news segment yet so that he and I can kind of chit chat about this. But you're kind of thinking that the treasure is what? When? Why? How? What? Where? Whoop! Look! Bird! Squirrel! Shh!
In my backyard, in my pool? I don't know.
So you were kind of thinking it's not coming out September. Probably not coming out in October. Give us what you're seeing, and then I'm going to rebut a couple of things, and we'll go from there.
Well, see, that's what I was kind of thinking. But the kicker is that when you see the construction updates that we will show some pictures of, that very well could change, right? But I was thinking because as we start getting December, the prices start to increase quite a bit. And then January, they fall right off. right? They'll still be expensive, but it will decrease significantly. So that's kind of where I'm thinking right now. But again, when we show the construction update pictures, that very well may change in how it's all going to unfold.
Well, you and I were talking about this. We talk about this almost every day. Right now,
Until like
the modular
12
units.
in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. The modular units, which are actually the cabins, are made offsite in Germany. And so when they're coming in, they're literally just putting them in place. They know what number, they know what it is, they know where it goes, and it's not like they're guessing, and it's not Jenga. But the boat's together. So now, as they're going to be loading in the interior things to make it seaworthy.
And guess
And
what? They've already started installing the cabins already.
guess what? Running Water Terrier just became a member.
That she did.
I have to tell you how loud that was. Anyway, Sarah, thank you so much. We love having new members. We haven't David tries to speak.
And take two.
David tries to speak. Take two. Welcome. Got nothing. So for our Canadian friends, you guys are not privy to the Making of the Wish on Disney Plus, which is sad because it's an amazing, amazing show. But judging based on where that boat is today in relationship to its sister, which is the Wish, I would say it's ready. It will be doing sea trials in the summer of next year so August-ish. It's going to be out there doing the Mickey heads that it does when it drives around in circles. And I think JT said, I will not go into that good night. I want to hear it go again. Thank you, JT.
That means you have to drop it like it's hot.
Let's see if I can not trip over myself while I say thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. We love our members. And Dave did it. Thank you guys so much. It really does. It means the world to us that you guys support us like this and become members and all the craziness that we do. So if I had to guess, I'm going to say that boat is running water July, August of next year. I think that you're going to start seeing it make its way to Port Canaveral around the end of September. I think you're seeing the first maiden voyage in October. I think you're going to see paying customers end of October. I still think they're going to try and pull off a Halloween party on that boat.
And that's going to be a tough one to do, the Halloween one, if I'm being honest, only because they have to do still, when they come into Port Canaveral, they still have to do it where they have the crew, where they split the crew in half and half of them are guests. They'll do it twice. And then they still do their media maiden voyage, where they invite guests to come on board at their expense. And then afterwards, when they start accepting when they start taking paying guests. So it's a tough one to say right now, but I really hope it kind of develops, because I'm on the Wish next year from November 4th until the 8th. So it'd be nice to do a side-by-side so I can get off and then hop on type of thing.
Well, it's not like you don't know everybody. They're going to just be like, hey, come on, it's okay. I mean, like, you get everything. Everybody gives you everything. It's amazing. Erica wants to know where it's being constructed. And then the answer is not in Jordan's backyard. I can tell you that right now.
No, but that would be cool. I'd be able to get inside scoop better pictures.
So where's it being constructed?
Germany.
I know, but she wants to know where.
I don't know the exact name of the city that is being built in.
Really?
I'd have to Google it.
It's Volkswagen.
I don't know the pronunciation. Don't hit.
I just made that up. Wasn't it good? Volkswagen?
Yeah.
So, I don't see it. I think that they're going to try and pull it off. Why? Because here's the only reason that I say it's probably going to. If I were Disney, I would be shooting for the last week in October.
Yeah, that would. Yeah.
I can't say it because it falls into your next segment. And there's a rumor, and I'm going to let you take it away in a minute. But there's something on board that won't be Star Wars. I'm going to dress up as, and it's going to be on the boat. And I honestly think if you're going to put that on the boat, you have to, in essence, dude, everybody just dropped in where it's being built.
That's it, yeah.
The entire chat just went, excuse me, but it's far from Nugan. Yeah. But with what's coming on the boat, they have to do it. Mm-hmm. They have to do that for that week. To introduce it during a Christmas season, it's got to be Halloween. I'm sorry. So that's what makes sense to me. It's what makes sense to me.
Yeah. And on that one, I would agree with you 100%.
It's whether or not they're going to be done, but I'm sitting here going, if I'm somebody at Disney, I sit there and go, we just released a movie. We're adding it to the boat. Oh, and by the way, wouldn't that be cool if the inaugural was Halloween themed? Like, I just think it's going to be. So we're going to kind of switch over to that in a second and put you in your new home, and let you kind of go over the news since we're talking about it. And then we'll come back and we'll chat about what it is that what we're actually talking about. So let's put Jordan in his new home. There's Jordan in his new home. So there's the construction. Go ahead.
Yeah. So these pictures were actually just released recently, and this is actually a lot farther ahead than what anticipated. So, I mean, you can already see that they already have the bridge in place on the ship, which is really cool when you actually see like a lot of it being put together. So, yeah, I mean, at this stage already, they have a lot done already on the inside of the ship, especially with all the exterior pieces being put together for the most part. And they already have some of the funnel. They already have one of the funnels there already. It's been sitting there for a couple months just outside the shipyard. But seeing this construction stage of the ship, and even leading up to this part here, is that you can see all the pieces coming down the river as it actually comes to the shipyard, which is fantastic to see. So I think I sent you one of the pictures as well too that has the Walt Disney Theater in it as well too. I don't know if you saw that.
I did. It was really hard to see in the picture to put it up on screen.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, I know. So, but this is kind of what I was getting at with the Haunted Mansion. I mean, if you're going to have a Haunted Mansion themed bar, you better kick it off where who greets you down in the lobby is Hatbox Ghost. Give me the hitchhikers down in the lobby as you're being called onto the boat. Make it spooky, make it fun, make it funny, because it would be hilarious. What's the back of the boat look like? What did they decide to do?
Oh, Captain Hook and Peter Pan.
Boom, baby, boom.
Like, I mean, can't.
Really?
That's epic. It's epic is what it is. Like, it's and I like the fact that they're, for example, like the Disney Fantasy has Dumbo on the back, and the Disney Wish has Rapunzel on the back. So it's nice to see that they're branching off with a lot of the different characters as well too, both on the stern as well as even in the Grand Hall. So the 4 older ships, it was called the Atrium, and now in the newer ships, now they're changing it to be the Grand Hall. So you got Cinderella on the Disney Wish, and then on the Disney Treasure, it's going to have Aladdin and Jasmine on the magic carpet, which is fan-frickin-tastic. Now, with the Haunted Mansion bar, that's going to take over where Hyperspace Lounge was. So that's going to be really cool to see how they transition from the Star Wars one over to the Haunted Mansion. And next, you may see Dave as Hatbox Ghost on the ship the next time you're there. But no, this is exciting. So, I mean, it's great that we get to see these pictures and whatnot. And actually, when they were doing the making of The Wish, actually, I got a connection with one of the engineers that was actually help doing all the stuff on the inside. So I was able to snag a lot of pictures from her that she sent over to me, which was fantastic. And I was able to share a lot of those. So that engineer, unfortunately, is on the Disney Wish. So I reach out to her every so often and see if I can get some pictures that she has connections with. And she's actually going to be going back to Germany to help out with the treasure in the next couple months. So I might be able to get those sneaky pictures after all.
Nice.
Um, so that'd be cool. And then I can share those with everybody as well too when I'm allowed to, because that's the only other thing.
Oh, well, of course, I'll get to see them. You'll get to see them, and then we'll taunt everybody with them. But Kate, no, you're not actually going to get to sit on a magic carpet. What it is in each lobby area when you come on the boat, whether it's the atrium or the grand hall, there's a bronze statue, and so this one will be Jasmine and Aladdin.
Yeah, which would be really cool. So they're always found right by the staircase that goes up to like deck 4 or deck 5. So it's a really nice feature that they put in there, and they put it on all the ships in that general same area. So you first come on board, and for those who haven't sailed on a Disney cruise before, it's fantastic when you actually get welcomed onto the ship. So I know when Patrick and I went on the last time, they didn't even have to ask us who we were. And it was just like, the Disney Wish would like to welcome back the Gage family. So that was really cool.
Actually, what they actually said, let's be honest, they sat there and said, we would like to welcome back the infamous Gage family. Like, let's just be honest. Like, not only are you known, but you're internationally known. So that makes you an international man of mystery.
But am I a man of mystery or a man of, I don't know.
Don't make me call you out right now, JJ.
I saw Jill ask a question too. Will they have a $5,000 drink? You never know.
Maybe it'll be
you
10.
Never know.
It's a treasure. It should be worth 10 grand.
Yeah, because there might be some sunken treasures inside that drink.
So, for everybody who doesn't know what a sunken treasure is, explain to them what the sunken treasure actually is and why they didn't wait for the sunken treasure on the treasure.
Oh, it's a fabulous adult cocktail. Like, it is beautiful. Yeah. And the problem, no, actually, I wouldn't say it's a problem, but the best part of it is that they flow very nicely. So it's just one after another after another.
So does anybody remember, and if you don't, I'll go look for it while Jordan talks, but there's a picture of Dave at the final dinner when we're at 1923, and Dave looks a little comfortable. Dave found all of the sunken treasure that day.
You mean a little comfortable?
I almost went to sleep at the table.
Yeah, and then here's a kicker is that Dave started getting me on as well, too, at the table, and then I had a few of them as well.
We had a good time, and then we switched over to Malibu and pineapples. Those were great.
Yes, they were.
Nothing says I'm in the tropics like pineapple and rum.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, so it's a lot of great stuff that's coming out with the Disney Treasure. Definitely looking forward to it when it does come out. It's gonna be a blast. I'm definitely looking forward to that when we do get to book that as that FPE meetup at sea. It's gonna be an epic time. So I can say for those of us that were on it back in April, it was a blast. It was an absolute great time. And even, again, we'll be doing the same thing, 11 o'clock on deck 11. But I will talk to the, yeah. I will talk to the bartender next time to make sure they stay open longer for us.
Well, it's funny. While we were on the Magic, we would go to, now, I'm going to tell everybody right now, now we're going to go on some other boats. We're going to try an MSC, a Royal Caribbean. We're going to try a bunch of different things. I'm going to try the later dinings on some of the other boats because they don't close early. The thing is, with the Disney cruises, because it's such a family-oriented boat, at 11 o'clock, everything's done upstairs. Like, you have a 10 o'clock fireworks show, and literally, it's a ghost town at 11. So even in the adults-only area, so we actually had to go around. Like, Jen and I were dropping Bella back off at a kids club. And then we went looking for somewhere to grab a cocktail, right? Dude, you have to hunt high and low. We finally found it next to Pinocchio's. And it was like, and when I tell you the strength of the drink would take turpentine and make it seem like it was weak. I was hammered by the time I got around the corner. So it was really something else. But I will tell you right now that Disney boats close early. Make sure you change your dining reservation earlier. I'm going to. I can tell you that I'm on the waiting list for the Wish this time to go. What is it? 5:15.
5:45.
5:45. So like I'm on the waiting list for the earlier dinner because then you're done with dinner at 7ish.
Mm-hmm.
7. And you still have 4 hours till the boat closes. The other way, you're getting done with dinner around 9:45. And you have an hour and 15 minutes till that boat closes. So you've missed all of the evening stuff. So pro tip, I would be going to the 5:45 dinner. You're going to get on the boat a little sooner from your excursions. Who cares? You're on a Disney cruise.
Yeah.
What are you doing off the boat?
Yeah, and one of the benefits about having the earlier dinner as well too is that say when they do like the Pirates night and they do the fireworks and whatnot, you're able to get the best spot possible where you can actually view the whole show without having any interruptions, right? So
it was nasty. You fight people to try and get to the because let's be honest, all people on the boat are all children, and they don't understand that the little ones can't see and they don't care, and it's not the best thing. So if you can go to the 5:45, I recommend it on Disney. I'll give you my opinion once we do either one in September or October. It'll be on a different cruise line, I believe, and then I'll give you an opinion about the later or earlier times there as well. Jordan's laughing because Jordan knows I just looked at one. Jen's never going to let me book.
Last night.
Yeah. There's really good deals on cruises right now. So, but all in all, I still think we're looking at what were we talking about? It was going to be again like April. We'll hit the Treasure for an FPE meetup. The boat will have been at sea for probably 4 months or so, maybe 5. That'll let the prices come down a little bit. It'll be pre-season. It'll fall right in that range like the Wish did this last go round. So fares should be a little bit better. What we don't want to do to you guys is we don't want to go in the first weeks because, as Jordan pointed out to me, it's going to be a fortune. You're going into holiday, it's going to be very Merry Christmas on the boat. So you're going to have Christmas parties on the boat. You're going to be Christmas themed. It's going to be brand new. Which are
fantastic. Christmas. I will tell you that Christmas. So I've done both Halloween at the High Seas on the Disney Fantasy, as well as the doing the Maritime Christmas cruise as well too, and they're absolutely fantastic. And for those who have kiddos, especially if it's like the Halloween one, your kids will be bouncing off the walls of chocolate and sugar. They have 5 stations and they give you a bag that's already inside your stateroom and they just dump it all in there. So it's great for them. But even like all the decorations that they do on the ship and everything, it's just outstanding that they go to that level to make sure that it's an absolute blast. So I posted some of the stuff when I was on the Fantasy for the Halloween stuff as well as the Christmas cruise I did. When I was on the Disney Wish last year, the cruise I was getting off, they were getting things set up for just starting the Mickey's Very Merry Time Christmas cruise. But we got to see some of the rehearsals for the shows, which was fantastic to see that piece of it. So yeah, it's either one is fantastic to do. I'm a Christmas nut, so I personally would do the Christmas over Halloween.
Me too. So Christine's going to zip line on her next cruise. Just do me a favor. Wear a GoPro. That's all I ask. So this way we'll post it for you. Marie, we're thinking April 2025. And the only reason is, I got to be honest with you. I want to be on it in the first 8 weeks that it's out. But as Jordan pointed out to me, like Icon just came out with Royal Caribbean. It is more expensive to go on Icon right now than it is to go on a Disney cruise. And not by a little bit, by a lot. So what's the Disney Treasure going to pull coming in first go round? I don't know. I'm not saying we're not open to it. We are. I'm open to anything. I don't set necessarily that far out. We're a couple of weeks, maybe a month away from probably getting booking days for the Treasure. So as we get more information, we'll actually make that a hard decision soon. April 2025, we got plenty of time. We don't have to book this now. We don't have to really worry about it too much. But at the same time, just to kind of give you our thoughts as to where we're headed. The one thing that I always tell everybody, I do this in real time. Things are subject to change in a moment's notice when we're in the planning phase. Why? Because you just don't know who's going to offer what. So we always want to make sure that we can get those things in place. And we're asking questions, like, does this work for you? Doesn't it work for you? Do you like this? Don't you like that? And you guys will help us fine tune it. Keep in mind, it's for you. I'm going on another Disney cruise in 3 weeks. I want to do stuff with the people that are FP family. I had so much fun on the Wish It's Not Even Funny when we went the first time. Why? Because we all did stupid stuff and hung out. And even though the boat was broke, it was a blast. And there were only a couple of us hanging out. Could you imagine if we had 2 or 3 tables put together and, security's coming out telling us to keep it down? Getting a Dizrex fight.
Well, see, I should be able to use my mojo.
Better.
And they won't come and see us at all, period.
All you got to do is, Jordan goes like this when they walk up. He goes, "We're not the droids you're looking for." And they just keep walking. They're like, okay.
Yeah.
So.
And one of the biggest things, so when the cruise does come out, when the itineraries are actually made public for it, the best time to book the cruise is when it's as soon as you can book it. So that's when you're going to get the cheaper rate. So if you say wait longer and longer as it gets down to crunch time, as you're getting closer, even like even 6 to 8 months before the cruise, you're going to be paying more than what. So I'm always that person that the day I can book, I'm booking right away first thing in the morning. As soon as that booking window opens, that way I'm guaranteed that price. If you have a placeholder, you have to call it into Disney Cruise Line directly, and or talk to Dave and Jen, because they can just give them your confirmation number for like your reservation number. They can call that in, and they can use that discount to make sure they can get that, and any other discounts that you may have as well too. They'll see it on your file, so they can always add that too. But those ones have to be called in specifically, so you have to make sure that that's done. I've had a couple questions too, where if people are traveling with kids who are and said adults are not their legal guardians, so there is a process that you have to follow. Is that the Disney Cruise Line has a form, which I can share that with Dave as well too, because I do have it. So if anyone is interested, this form has to be filled out. Whoever the legal guardian is has to sign it as well too. And you just present that as you're actually going through the Disney terminal. And again, it's one of the questions as well too when you're doing your online check-in as well. But this document has to be filled out in order to get the kiddo on board.
If not, it's kidnapping.
Yes. We don't want that.
No. And Wheeler put on there, one of the reasons he thinks that other cruise lines are cheaper because casinos help make their money. Part of that is true. Also, they have full drinking packages, but they also don't have a theme park. So they do kind of offset a little bit. Disney having the theme park, and its own streaming networks and everything else. There is a counterbalance to it, but there is a fair point to the fact that casinos are a license to print money, and so is alcohol. So for what they're selling it for, they should almost be ashamed of themselves. So that's actually a good point. And then Jordan, is it more fun to take a cruise during Halloween or Christmas? I'm going to take a stab at this for Jordan, and you correct me if I'm wrong. Depends on if you're a Halloween person or a Christmas person.
Absolutely. Like, I've done both of them, and again, it depends on you, and even if you've got a family that you're traveling with as well too. That's the other big thing as well too. So I mean, if you want to get a lot of free candy, get your kids all jacked up on that. But they tailor the whole ship itself. So even when you walk into if it's the Disney Fantasy in the atrium, they put all these cool little stickers and on the windows. They have a Christmas tree, a Halloween tree that's in the atrium as well too. And then at nighttime, when everyone's sleeping, they put all the jack-o'-lanterns on it, and then they do a big, huge lighting ceremony. So it's really, really cool. Same thing with the Christmas tree. They do a big, huge light, like a lighting show for it as well too. So again, it just depends on your preference. If it was me, I would say do both.
Jordan, by the way, is a bad influence when it comes to all things Disney Cruise related. I speak from experience. But I'll also tell you that at midnight, on the wit, Jen will correct me, or Jordan, both of you will. But I remember Bella going up at midnight, and they changed the color of the chandelier at midnight, and there's a whole thing, and I don't remember what it's called because I never went. But
yeah, it's the kissing something on the Disney Treasure. Oh, sorry, on the
hey,
Disney.
this is a family show.
I know, but
The
that's
night kiss or kiss it goodbye, go into the bottom of I don't know.
Ciolito. I don't know, something like that.
Dia Lido, baby. But yeah, so I mean, I think it comes like I would prefer me personally. I'm always going to say I'd rather go to Christmas parties. I'm always going to rather go on a Christmas cruise. The Wish has the kiss goodnight. So what it was that the kids were all laying on the floor in the grand hall, and you look up at the ceiling, and it all changes colors, and it does this whole thing. It's absolutely cool. Bella was like enamored by it. She thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Oh, and I meant to say too. So I actually was talking to cruise director Leslie within the past couple of days, and she's also going based on how it all flows. If she doesn't get transitioned over the Disney Treasure, she will be on the Disney Wish November when I go next year. So it's nice to have the connections there because then they'll make it's like when we did the sail away party, right? Or even when we did that in the Walt Disney Theater for the seats.
Hey, look, all I can say to you is you set the bar pretty high on the first one, so good luck. Because if I'm not on the Jumbotron now every time, it's kind of a letdown.
See, and it was easy to make that happen too because I did bump into the main honcho for making that happen, who actually was our captain during our muster drill. So
I'm just gonna tell you, dude. You have set the bar very high. Yeah, the next time we're not going to let Jen speak next time. The next one will be me, just so this way I can absolutely just go off. You've seen what happens when behind the scenes. Could you imagine that on the Jumbotron? That would just be.
Yeah.
Think they'll let me show up in a T-Rex suit?
You can try. I will make. You want to know what? I'll see. When we're on the next cruise together, I'll see what I can do for you.
Can you imagine being on the Jumbotron? What did I do wrong? When did you do what wrong? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Jonathan Chong did it.
I would almost guarantee you he broke the wish. So
yeah, it wasn't my fault that the wish broke down.
I don't know about that. I think you were like, hey, let's I could blame it on somebody else, but we won't because he shall not be named. You did nothing wrong on the Jumbotron. You were actually really good on the Jumbotron. I got to be honest. It was a really kind of a joke. Speaking of people who absolutely killed it on that boat, welcome in HM and fam, who not only danced off with a pirate, but stole his booty.
Yeah, she knocked that crew member out of the water by her dance moves.
She said, watch this hook, and she laid it down for him and then just slapped the salami right off the side of his face. It was amazing. She knocked the peanut butter out of his mouth so hard, the dog from Pirates of the Caribbean dropped his keys to lick it up.
And Jill, Dave and I didn't break the mover of the people.
I didn't do anything. Anytime the people mover breaks, it's Jonathan's fault.
Yeah, why? Well, I thought we also had blamed Patrick on that one too.
I got no problem blaming your kid. I just like to blame Jonathan because every time I go on that ride, Jonathan always goes, "Oh, you're going to break the people mover." And if Jonathan's not there and he doesn't say it, the people mover is just fine. So I think it's all Jonathan's fault.
Yeah, although I do have to think about this one because when Patrick and I were on it before we met up for the fireworks, the people mover broke down when Patrick and I were on it.
The people mover breaks down 5,600 times a day. It's whether or
Yeah.
not you're lucky enough to be on it when it doesn't. So yeah, Roni, it was absolutely hysterical. But yeah, I mean, the treasure's going to be a blast. What I'll say to everybody is, when you hear us talking about this stuff, unless the dates are set, like this FPE 8th through the 11th, that's set in stone. That's done. People are booking. We're doing what we're doing. The rest of it is fluid. Why? Because things are subject to change, especially on a boat that's being built. I want to make sure we're keeping our meetups together. I know there are some people that are like, no, I'm going to hold out for the treasure. I get that. It's an expensive trip, especially for people who, look, it's not lost on me. I live an hour and 20 minutes from the port and I don't have to get a hotel room. It's not lost on me. I don't have to worry about transportation. I realize, especially as a travel agent and a concierge business owner, that there are some expenses, and it's not just the cruise, but the transportation to and from, all of the added headaches and everything else that go along with it. So we're very sympathetic to it, and that's why we want to do the right thing for you. We want to make sure we're not sitting here going, "Hey, we got the second week on the treasure book. It's only $3,800 a person for an interior cabin. It's such a bargain." Because you guys are going to be like, "I'm not going." But if we have exteriors, whether they're balconies or ocean views, and they're coming in at Disney's normal rate, $1,700, $1,800, $2,000 per person, because the treasure is going to be an extended itinerary too. It's not a 3-night or 4-night. It's going to be 6 or 7. So it's going to be double the length of the cruise. So we want to make sure it's affordable. We want to be able to give those people who want balconies, or at least be able to look outside and go and smash your face against the glass and pretend you're a baby on board, suction cup sign. We want you guys to be able to enjoy it. We don't want everybody to be like, "Oh, I had to go with an interior and stay in there," and So anyway,
Yeah. And what we'll do on the Disney Treasure is that we'll book deck 10 with the extended verandas. We can open up the door between our two verandas, and then we can have one big massive party.
well, it was rumored that somebody else wanted the other side.
Yeah, I think that might have been. Was that an HM?
I wasn't going to call her out. I was just saying that there was a person.
I have no problem doing it at all.
Could you imagine having all 3 balconies opening and just throwing a rager on the back deck?
That would be epic.
Just saying. So it'll be a good time. We're going to have an absolute blast. But the things that we wanted to go over, we went over the Disney Treasure, construction updates, what we think is coming, when it's coming. I love how we announced 2 weeks ago that there was going to be a Hatbox Ghost theme bar, and it took everybody else a long time to catch up to us. You should probably listen to us. We know what we're doing. I don't know anything. I have him. So,
and I don't know nothing.
Yeah. HM goes, I'll bring the glow stick.
Yes.
Woo, woo. Bioluminescence, if you will. And we can all sing Shiny from Moana. So,
Do you think they'll let us let our own fireworks off the back of our verandas?
you know what I say. Don't ask. Just ask for permission. Don't ask for permission. Ask for forgiveness.
And then we can blame Heather.
I think we blame the people below us.
Oh, we could do that too. Yes.
I don't want to. We're not. That's fam. That's. I mean, it even says fam in her name. It's HM and fam. You can't throw fam under the bus, dude. But the guy below us.
Yeah, that'll be Jack Sparrow.
You don't want me to sing that song, so I'm not going to. This is a family channel. But yeah, I mean, we've got our updates as to the treasure. We're going to give you guys updates on it all along. As we develop the show, we're going to be talking about ports of call, what to expect, things along those lines, because it's not just about the cruising. It's not just about the travel. It's not just about Disney. It's about the experiences that we're taking when we get off these boats and when we go and do them. I am keeping track of what ports are the most dangerous, what are the safest. We'll be going over some of those things. I'm also going to be releasing some videos for that. But there's a lot of stuff to be planned. And if you're asking yourself, do I want to have a vacation with these people?
Yes.
I don't
That's
know.
the easy answer.
I don't know. I think I'm a lot of fun. That's why Jen doesn't let me ever out of the house and go do stuff, because she knows I'll come home with puppies. Or I'll ride a horse home and say I forgot where I parked the car. So I just think that there's a lot of fun to be had. I've been on 2 cruises. I'm getting ready to go on 3. I'm booking, I don't know, whatever Jen will let me. And, basically,
Or what we do with Jen is like when she gets home from doing pickups and whatnot, it's like, surprise! Oh, wait, that's what happened the last time.
yeah, but I got a certificate. So it was kind of like, we have to. So it worked out well for me. And the same thing is going to happen, as we're doing this stuff. We're going to be literally sitting there getting new certificates and stuff from my agency, and I'm going to book. As they. What's funny is I know nothing about the industry, and I have no problem saying that. But honestly, these coupon certificates and things that they're gonna literally send me for free. All I got to do is pay port and taxes. It's the greatest thing in the world. This way, I can tell you guys about the experiences on other boats and other places. For all I know, I could go on 2 or 3 other boats and then find out that they're just not as much fun. Maybe Jordan's right, and after 15 or 16 cruises, it's the only way to fly on water. So he might be right. But as a travel agent, I have the responsibility. I have to go check out these other things, and I'm willing to do it. Somebody's got to do it. Yeah. Jen just put in there. She goes, "It was quite a surprise when I came home and found out David booked the Wish." I got it.
I think Jen got home at like 11:30 that night, and it's like, guess what? And I think I had a little bit too much influence on you to do that
Well,
too.
I mean, but think about it though. Like, I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to do it before she came home. But you were like, "You got it. They're telling you when you can go. Just do it." And I was like, "All right, I'm done." Boop, 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 boop. And then Jordan's sitting there going, and she walks in the door and she's like, "What are you laughing at?" And he's like, "Nothing. You're going on another cruise." And I'm like, "Man, she didn't even make it in the door. You just ratted me out." I was like,
Yeah, but she's excited about it, so it's all good.
"Yeah, hey, it works for me." So we were mixing sunken treasures. But it's really I'm a humanitarian. I'm taking one for the team. But no, we're gonna try the MSC possibly in September. I mean, there's one of the boats that they have. What did I tell you? It was $209 per person. I mean, it was crazy, crazy, crazy cheap. And and then we have a family getaway that we're doing in the month of November. That one's going to be more than likely Royal Caribbean. Might be MSC. I'm not sure, but more than likely Royal. Could also be Celebrity because I found one of those too. So that's going to be November. Then we've got our meetup in December. Jen's birthday is in February, and then of course I'm shooting for April because then that stays in tune with what I'm trying to do for the travel agency as well. Yeah, Roni, it's horrible when they want to give me this stuff, and when you work for a company that specializes in cruises and has been doing cruising for 52 years, they incentivize you to go. So it's kind of funny. That Jen, when Dave and Jordan together, you have to leave. Well, we supervise each other. It's okay. We're good. No.
Yeah, you should have seen us supervise each other on the Wish. Like, that was fantastic.
Bella was in charge.
Yeah, she was actually. Yeah.
Jen walked away and she goes, "You watch those two."
Yeah, because we did stir things a little bit.
And I couldn't walk. Imagine if I could have walked.
Yeah, well, I was tempted to actually get you a scooter or something to get back to my room.
Yes. Well, that's why this time is going to be a hoverboard on the Treasure with Hatbox Ghost. So this way, I look like I'm hovering right down the hallway. I figured that ought to get me in tons and tons of trouble. We'll be celebrating our 12th anniversary a month early on the cruise, so it's all good. You say tomato,
Start the ship.
I say Bermuda. I say Bahamas. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot more to come. Everybody, we're gonna be doing this every week so that we can kind of break it down for you. We're gonna have the resort tours, during the day from Jen. We're gonna be doing this at night. We're gonna have some other content starting to come out, short videos, tips and tricks, travel in general. Friends don't let friends drink and scoot, especially on a boat, Heather. It's got to have at least one rubber ducky around the waist, so this way when you go over, you're good to float. Uh, but we're going to be doing a lot more on this channel. It's coming. It just takes a little bit of time sometimes to get content together. I still have Wish content. I have Magic content. We have the Wish again in 3 weeks, which hopefully we will be perfecting the art of live streaming on that, which will be kind of epic, because then what we'll do is we'll do the sail away party. We're going to do a live shopping stream if all goes according to plan that Friday. And then Saturday, we'll do a boat tour while we're at Port in Nassau. Sunday, we'll do a little live from Castaway. And then we will be back. So it's gonna be a short cruise, fun cruise. I've got to develop content from it for the travel agency, so that's why I'm going. So we're gonna have a lot of fun.
I'm going to answer a question from Marie D from earlier. Unfortunately, no, I'm not going on this cruise because unfortunately, I'm still not allowed to travel.
Which cruise?
The one coming up next month.
I didn't invite you. No, actually, I invited you 14 times. You just wouldn't come. I'm like, get in the car. I don't want to hear it. Suck it up, Buttercup. Jordan can't fly right now. For those of you who don't know, he's a warrior. He is in the process of mending and healing. He will be ready. We're hoping. We're pushing him for Christmas. Maybe.
Yeah, you've been pushing pretty hard on that one.
I have. And
Every day, 10 times a day, if not more.
Well, you are helping plan it, so it's kind of like, so did you get your tickets yet? And you're like, no. And I'm like, when are you getting your tickets? I know a travel agent you can buy them through. So hopefully Jordan will be there for the December meetup. And when I say hopefully, Jordan will be there for the December meetup. And then we'll be pushing for when we do the 7-nighter in August. Jordan's going to go on his first non-Disney cruise.
Yeah, I've only sailed Disney, and it's my home. So that's why I love it so much.
Well, that's why this is an Airbnb for you. You're just going to go on an Air CNC. Anyway, so you're going to try a home away from home, try another boat. Hey, it's Michelle Nichols in the house.
Oh, there's trouble.
So, that's the thing, everybody, is we're going to be trying a whole bunch of different things. We're going to take the FPE family wherever it is that you guys want to go. And that's why last time we did a short one. This one's going to be a long one. We're going to do some on land because we want to make sure that we can convince Theo Sam Eagle, who I can't get him on a boat. Just like Sam's wife, can't get her on a boat. We're going to have to B.A. Baracus her. She's going to wake up at sea. There's not much she can do about it then. And since I know Sam is doing a show, I know that Dee is not watching. So, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a great time. There's going to be a great group of people. We're going to convince people. Obviously, we want the people that came last time to join us. And then we're going to increase it. 1 Michelle, hopefully 2 Michelles. Since she came in the chat, I just totally sandbagged her. Marie D, there's going to be some people we're going to try and, coerce into. Marie's definitely coming on the Treasure. So, it's just going to be whoever wants to join us. We want to keep that rate low enough so that everybody can say, you know what? I've got 8 months, 9 months to pay it off. You put your deposit down. You're able to pay it off monthly until, 60 days out. You got to make that final payment. So that'll be sometime in February. We'll be looking at that final payment. So we'll have months to pay it off. And we're going to try and keep that rate really low. But the goal is we got to get up to that group rate. So we got to get, 8 cabins done for most of them. And I know that there's a bunch. Andy's hoping for 2025 for the treasure as well. So there's a bunch of people that I think are going to also want to jump on the Disney treasure, especially when you have a year and a half to plan it, pay for it. I'm thinking that that's going to help everybody out, and that's the goal here. The goal is for us to try and put things in place that you can go to. That's why we're going to be planning all the way out to 2026 to give you guys the options. Now, we can't book a lot of things out that far, but we can make plans. And like Jordan said, the farther out that we book these things, the cheaper the rate is. So as soon as it opens up, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah. And I say, if you're, especially when it comes to the treasure or even any of them for that matter, just when you're emailing Dave and Jen, just make sure that you specify in the subject line Disney Treasure FPE Meetup or something like that. Just that way, then it's easy to, hey, Dave probably has a folder already created for Disney Treasure where those emails can be in there. And that way, at least we have a listing in regards to who's interested in going. And we can go back to that piece there. So when it does come time to start booking, then we have that information. We can start rocking and rolling on it.
What he said. So we went over meetups. We went over Disney Treasure updates. You got anything going on?
No, just causing shenanigans in your channels. And as soon as I get more updates, then I share them with you. We plan it. We share it with this amazing community. And that way, at least they know what's going on and we can have a fantastic time.
What he said. So tomorrow, over on the main channel, you will see a gorgeous redhead that will be back at it again tomorrow at Character Warehouse. She will be joined. We will be doing both shops at the same time tomorrow. We're rope dropping, no more afternoons. The stores are picked over in the afternoon, so we're not going to be doing Character Warehouse. Due to the heat, due to the summer, due to a bunch of things, for the foreseeable, they will be the morning stream. In the afternoon, tomorrow, she will be headed to Hollywood Studios for fun, phantasmic, shopping, whatever. Friday morning back at Character Warehouse, we will be taking off a couple of days so that this way we can get everything packaged up and out. We're also getting some things done here personally, so we're going to take a couple of days to ourselves, be back at it again on Monday next week. We're also going to be setting up a Primark stream and Disney Character Warehouse in Sawgrass. That'll be coming up probably within the next 10 days. Last time I gave a 10-day warning. Well, we won't talk about that. Was it too soon?
Don't talk about Bruno.
Was it too soon for that secret? Phantasmic. Tomorrow night is Phantasmic. Jen will be doing Phantasmic, and it will be Phantasmic. Our backpack kit will be here soon, so we'll also be trying out some new equipment. When that happens, hopefully the lag goes away. That's the goal. We're supposedly going to be streaming in 4K. We'll also see if that's true. I took the salesperson at face value, so we'll see whether or not I got schnookered, which would be really a lot of fun if I didn't. But they also said that I'll be able to use my kit out on the open water.
And if they're wrong, we can make them walk the plank.
No, that's why I waited a week to order it, so that this way I could have it delivered in a timely fashion for when I got back from the Wish. I could put it back in its box and send it back if it doesn't work. So we're going to test it. We're going to try a bunch of things and see what happens. But just leave your notification bells on, everybody. Always check out on IG with us as well what's happening. So we've got Jen is live tomorrow twice and then once on Friday. We're going to take the weekend off, be back at it on Monday. Jordan's going to be posting shorts and all kinds of fun stuff. That's not Jordan in his shorts, but Jordan posting shorts of different things and keeping your Disney adventures alive. So
that's true.
That's what you keep telling me.
Well, it's facts, yeah.
If anybody has wish lists or things that they did not get them in. And please, treasure treat it up. We're going to be having Jesse go out every Monday and picking up treasure treats so that they can go out on Tuesday. We're trying some new techniques and new boxings, new packaging, new everything. So give us a try. Let's see what happens. And I know it's July and y'all are going to go, are you out of your mind? But start thinking about your treasure boxes for gifts and things as such for Christmas or the holidays, whether it's Hanukkah or Christmas or Halloween or whatever. Let us know. We do have limited space, believe it or not, because we can only do so much in a short amount of time. Plus, we're offering gift wrapping this year, which we offered it last year, but I threw it in a little too late. But this year we'll be on point. And if you're having Halloween party, Christmas parties, any kind of parties, whatever holiday party you're doing, treasure treats, Rice Krispie treats right from the park. Impress everybody. You know somebody. They don't know. And then tell everybody where you got them so that they come and they buy treasure treats from us.
Are you going to be doing the gift wrapping, Dave, at all, or is that going to be a Jen thing?
What do you mean?
Well, when it comes to like the treasure boxes and whatnot for Christmas time or
Oh,
Hanukkah,
you mean gift wrap?
Yeah.
Oh, I gift wrap. I love gift wrapping.
Nice.
And Jesse doesn't know it, but Jesse's jumping in on gift wrapping too. We're just going to keep sending Jen out, and who knows? Maybe I'll teach Bella. So if you get maybe for the kids gift wrapping, we'll let Bella do it. So this way it's gift wrap by a kid for a kid.
That'd be good.
That'd be hilarious.
Yes.
So,
Do it.
But yeah, I mean, anything that we can do to make it better, let us know. If you are getting treats and they come in, and especially in this heat, and something's up, let us know. We're actually a company who cares. You should see the condition of Jordan's box that he just got. I can't believe nothing's broken. But he let us know, and then we get to go and complain and tell everybody, the shape in which they're doing what they're doing. Are you pulling up a picture?
I know I got this one.
You got oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh, we're going that way. There we go.
Yeah, where are you going? Kick off screen.
Well, because we're rocking too much on the ship, and then I got this one too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My box is in Winnipeg. Whoop whoop. There we go. Suggestion for cookies from Germany with caramel on top. Too many dots. So basically, we're going to be trying a bunch of different things as to getting it there. We know that with the heat as being an issue, we've increased our ice packs. We're changing things over to Mylar. Anything that we can do to keep the shipping costs down, but keep the cooling temperature up. I mean, if we really wanted to go out there, yes, there are literally styrofoam inserts that I could put in there and keep it ice cold. But your shipping rates would probably double and a half. So we're trying not to do that. We're learning this year so that next year we will be perfectly on point. That's the thing is it's a matter of trial and error. I mean, I work with a bakery that does shipping. They've given me every trade secret in the world, but I just don't see anybody getting 10 Rice Krispie treats and having $60 worth of shipping. I mean, maybe you would. And the other thing that would solve it is overnight. But we're using parchment paper or the bag that it comes in. We've had some issues with caramel and or chocolate sticking to the bag. Doesn't usually obviously it's not going to stick to parchment paper. So we're getting feedback and then making those adjustments. But it's not the best thing in the world. Those bags that they come in are supposed to be good for cookies. And we found out very quickly that that's not the case, that it does actually stick, especially in this heat. And it doesn't matter how much cool them off or whatever else that you try. It's an issue. So we're going to be switching over to I can't think of the word parchment. Parchment paper. Yeah, I'm like, I can't think of parchment paper, but there it came out of my mouth. So it'll be really cool. How do I... Marie D wants to know how she bargains with UPS on the duty. Ask Jordan.
Yeah, I've never paid full duty price.
But they stole one of your boxes because you basically haggled with them, so they kept a box.
Yeah. So, yeah, one of the boxes. Yeah. Well, point blank, the driver actually dropped the box inside the truck, and one item, I think, one item broke, and then whatever
Well,
else was
so
in,
they say.
so they say.
I personally believe that the box, they dropped it, the box opened, they saw what it was, and they stole everything.
Hmm.
Because there was some limited edition stuff in there. There's no way that they threw the box out.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
They threw it out, and I've talked to them a couple times already, even after that, and yeah, it's a more so a non-conversation with them. I actually speak to a manager quite a few times as well too. Never
and
happened.
we're involved too, and they're not talking to Jordan, and they're not talking to us. At the moment, we are literally, yeah, like Jen said, the story's changed 3 times, and every
Yeah,
time we get somebody on the phone, it changes from there. So there's always complications. We do the best that we can, but realize that when you're working with us, and we're going to do everything that we can on your behalf as well. Marie D
yeah,
wants to know who you talk to, but before you answer that, Mike Wheeler put, for sanitary reasons, we do not handle everything as much as other companies do. Yes, we are extraordinarily, and I mean, like, Jen's kind of laughed at me at times, but we do gloves. We bleach everything down. We work on nothing but parchment. Like, we put out parchment paper as covers on everything as we're packing it. So we're very, very cognizant of what we're doing. I was in the food industry for years. My family owned a bunch of different things, so I'm very, very familiar with handling food and how to do it safely. It's shipping it when it's 125 degrees out that escapes me, and we're learning a little bit. So if we have any issue, if you guys have any issues, do let us know. We'll try our best. I mean, not everything is going to do it, but if you order an apple right now, I don't know how it's coming. But we'll see how we do it.
yeah.
Yeah, and we don't.
I've seen your setup. Like I've seen your setup as well too, when you've been getting prepared to get treats ready to go. And I will say it's an absolutely phenomenal process in regards to what you guys do. So that's definitely kudos on that one.
Well, and Jen put, we don't take photos of our treats in the heat. We don't set them up. If you guys have ever noticed, there's never been a picture of treats sitting on our counter or sitting outside. The closest you've come to it is treats that are vacuum sealed. Why? Because the faster I get them vacuum sealed, the fresher they are. The longer I leave them sitting out, guess what? They're not as fresh. So we try to make sure that we're pouncing on that. It's really, really hard to do. But it is what it is. But Marie D had asked the question originally: who does she talk to? Who do you have that does she talk directly to UPS?
Yeah, yeah. So you have to talk directly to UPS directly, and it's one of the things as well too is in regards to who you get on the phone, right? So that's another thing, and if you're just as polite and professional on the phone with them, a lot of the times you can get that, get them to kind of wiggle on that. So I've been fortunate so far. Anytime that you guys have delivered with UPS, I've always been good. So in that sense.
JT JT just dropped in here. Oh, last week I was told our box couldn't be delivered due to animal interference.
So yeah, I've never heard that one before.
I mean, look, I always sit there and go, nothing will surprise me until I find something that surprises me, like animal interference. Was it coming by cargo ship? Was it a whale? Were you in the road and it was an orangutan? Was it a cow? What was it? Now I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's something I've never heard before. But like Jill put, we try very, very hard to do what we're doing. We're not going to do this for a day or two. This is what we do, and we need the feedback in order to know what's what. Keep in mind, I do this stuff in real time. There's no way to find out if something's going to work. It's trial by fire, or live fire, however you want to go about it. It's just that simple. Not everything's going to be perfect. Not everything's going to work out the way it's supposed to the first time. Shows get changed from Saturday to Wednesday. Boxes, we were doing treasure treats 7 days a week. It's not possible anymore due to the heat. As soon as the heat dies down elsewhere, we'll be back to 7 days a week. But right now, Monday and Tuesday, that's the best time, so we can try and get it there no later than Thursday or Friday. And that's pushing it. I mean, in all actuality, next year, I think to certain places, depending upon the distance, we may be talking about overnight. just because, or increasing the shipping, just so that this way we can put styrofoam in it. We can insulate those bags. We want to provide you guys with the best service. We want to give you guys everything as the best that we can. We don't want problems. We want everything right the first time. But that's about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It's actually, and JT, and I showed Dave and Jen the pictures of the one I got yesterday. It actually looked like there was a tire mark on the box.
So anybody who's ever seen Ace Ventura in the beginning, when Jim Carrey goes, "I'm going downtown," and he kicks the box down the hallway, I'm absolutely convinced that that's what they did, because it literally, there's a kick mark in the box. It's unbelievable. But anyway, everybody, we're always going to strive to do the very best that we can. FPE is expanding. We've brought in one person already. The second one is sitting next to me. We just haven't twisted his arm completely yet. The third one is in our chat. He's going to be helping out as well. So we have a bunch of folks that are going to be coming on board and helping us out as we expand and as we grow. It's an amazing thing to see the support and to have you guys so involved with what we're doing and to help us be successful so that we can continue bringing the magic to you, because you bring the magic to us. Without you, we can't do this. So it means the absolute world. Even though we do screw around and goof off and have shenanigans, at the end of the day, it is never lost on us that we've all come together because we love Disney and we like to have fun. And we all found a place where trolls can come in, but they're going to get made fun of, and everybody else can have a good time. And just, I'm going to steal Jesse's word. We can all be kidults. When she told me that word, I almost died. Because if that's not the definition of me, I don't know what is. But we're all kidults. We get to have fun. We get to have a great time. We appreciate every single person that comes in, likes it, watches, shares it out. We appreciate you guys more than you can possibly imagine. Could not and would not do it without you. That's all I got. What about you? You got anything?
I'm just looking forward to more of these more updates for the treasure, more things that you guys are doing as well too. And bringing Jessie on board as well too is fantastic because she's kicking some arse. And you don't have to twist my arm. That's just an easy one. Although
we need 5 minutes, so but
as long as you don't add any more scars to the already ones I have on my arms, we're good.
I think we'll be fine. But let's see. Now it's time. Oh wait. She tried to slip that in. I switched screens and I didn't see it. Kathleen, thank you. I'm in 2 different programs tonight, like what I used to do with Sam. So I'm missing chat at the moment. But no, guys, seriously, I really do. We appreciate everything that everybody does. We will be back on this channel next Wednesday at 7:30. Go over and everybody, if everybody left right now and went to Sam's show, because I think he's just about ready to wrap up, go in there and just bombard his chat and be like, FPE said FPE raid. Go in, give him some support, hit the like button, tell him we said hey. But until next week, everybody, I am the Bear Shark. He is JJ's Disney Adventures, also known as Jordan. Join us tomorrow as we continue the adventures.
You gotta. Can you see your chat right now or no?
No.
You might want to refresh.
Hold on. There's Jordan coming in. And he followed up right behind you. You guys kill me, you really do. Thank you guys so much. It's such a blessing to be able to do this with everybody and to have some fun. You guys you always keep me laughing, and that's why it's so easy to come on screen, hang out with you guys, have some fun. We'll be back tomorrow. Character Warehouse, Hollywood Studios. It's going to be an absolute blast. We're going to have a great time. But we'll see you back on this channel next Wednesday, midday for a resort tour. And then these 2 schmoes will take you through some travel as well. What do we say, Jordan? See ya.
See you, Lido.
See ya, Lido, everybody. That's our new catchphrase, everybody.
Yeah, it is.